What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and you can see this is almost like the beginning of the Time Teller channel when I was in that random room on that futon with like a random Nissan flag behind me. I had no idea what direction I was going to take the channel, but I'm actually back home in New Hampshire for a little bit. I'm doing a little New England trip. I'll be in Boston for the next couple days, but today I'm actually at my best friend's house. I'm at Patrick Egan's house, and he's actually the dude that coerced me into starting this channel in the first place, because he's like, hey, you have a really cool bubble back, and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, you should make a YouTube video about it, and I was like, no one's gonna watch a YouTube video about this random watch. And then I uploaded it, and I said the F word like 4 times in the first 5 minutes, and now I have almost 200,000 subscribers, so things worked out. Thank you, Patrick, and thank you for letting me hang out in your basement to record a few episodes while I'm here. So today we're going to be taking a look at a watch from a micro brand, or perhaps maybe we should call them an independent watchmaker. Doesn't matter, they're not a big box brand. But let me give you something to kind of wet your whistle here. An automatic Swiss-made true GMT utilizing 904L stainless steel on the case and bracelet with a platinum micro rotor. That's right, platinum. And a threaded crown with a 100-meter water resistance rating, all done in-house. Is that interesting? Well, you should be. Wait. Is it interesting? Are you entertained? You should be, because it is interesting. I'm on vacation, people. Give me a break. It is 7:09 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's get down to business. Boo, 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 boo. Yo, Pat, actually, you know what? Sit down next to me for a little bit, so that... No, for 2 seconds, just to say hi, because... Say hi on the channel, because I mentioned you. No. Okay, well then say hi to Gato, at least. So people often write off small watchmakers. They say they're not real watchmakers, or, they claim that they could get a real watch for the price of one of these independent watches. And I think this is a total misnomer, and it's also just kind of offensive, because there's 2 things wrong with that point of view. Alright, first, whoever said that independent watchmakers or micro brands aren't real watchmakers? And number 2, sometimes the independent and smaller watchmakers are actually producing better products than these big box watchmakers. Guys, keep an open mind. I like bigger watchmakers. I like, smaller watchmakers. Size doesn't matter. My girl says it's perfect. Alright? That means it's small.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because...
Take today's watch, for instance. The Supersede GMT from Horage. That's right, or Horage, or Horage. However you want to pronounce it, but I believe it's Horage. Taking a look at the functions of this watch, you get true GMT with an independently moving local hand, hour hand, minute hand, second hand, 24-hour day-night indicator, power reserve indicator, and big date, all inside of a 904L stainless steel case and integrated bracelet, or integrated strap if you so choose. The kind of name of the game here today, the theme is variation. There's a lot to choose from, a lot of different things you can pick, whether you want the strap, whether you want the integrated bracelet, all the way down to the material used on the micro rotor. That's right, when we flip the watch over, you can see that beautifully finished movement with either a gold-plated tungsten micro rotor or a platinum micro rotor, which is the one we have here today. The case dimensions are 39.5 millimeters, 9.85 millimeters thin, and 46.29 millimeter lug to lug, so pretty much within that sweet spot. And again, for all that complication with an in-house mechanical movement, and again, an automatic movement under 10 millimeters, insane. All thanks to that micro rotor. You're getting a domed sapphire crystal with multiple coatings of that delicious AR coating. You're getting an integrated bracelet with a 3-point micro adjustment clasp or a rubber strap. And then on the spec sheet, it says rubber strap details coming soon. I don't have one of the ones with the rubber straps here today, so it doesn't really matter. We're taking a look at the one with this buttery, silky, smooth integrated bracelet. The links, none of them bind. Not a hair puller, and I'm a hairy dude. Just very, very comfortable. By the way, guys, I just realized I'm wearing my varsity Sauhegan tennis high school hoodie. I was ranked number 5 in New Hampshire from the USTA, United States Tennis Association. I was a varsity tennis player, if you could believe it. Now I'm just a freaking beefcake. But this is my Amherst, New Hampshire high school, and I'm like a couple miles away from it right now. It's crazy to be back home after like 12 years. It's insane. Anyway, back to the spec sheet. The case back is also sapphire with multi-layer anti-reflective coating. Again, the crown, 904L stainless steel. All the metal that you can see on the case, bracelet, and crown, 904L stainless steel. You're getting a threaded crown, speaking of which, with a 200 meter water resistance rating. And let's see. I know everyone's going to have questions about the movement, so I tried to film it as best as possible, showing off that gorgeous finishing and that very, very interesting platinum micro rotor. This is their K2 micro rotor automatic movement, 3.6 millimeters by 30 millimeters in size, 72-hour power reserve, just above that actually, with a silicone spring and escapement, screw balance regulation, hand finish, and yeah, it's just insane. Insane amounts of effort and detail put into this watch, and it is gorgeous front and back, and it feels great on the wrist. But not only does it look cool, not only does it work well, it's COSC certified. So it ships officially with paper matching the movement number. So you're getting a very, very accurate timepiece. On paper, you know, all of this is very impressive. And I can tell you that in the flesh, it feels good. The fit and finish is incredible. It's just an impeccable sports watch. Perhaps one of the best I've worn for an extended period of time. Again, special thanks to Horage for letting me borrow this one for a little bit. But once I mention the price, assuredly, there's going to be a portion of you that they're going to be like, well, I could get a real watch for that amount of money. You know, why wouldn't I just get a real watch? I've never heard of these guys, so I'd take that money and buy a real watch. Well, to that I'd say, you know, it's your prerogative, personal opinion. I get it, different strokes for different folks. And I would urge you to kind of step out of your comfort zone and yourself. Literally, yourself. You want to claim that you like watches, but you're really just, you know, chasing a brand name. You're going to say that you are interested in horology, but you only care about what other people think because you want to get something that's super duper popular. Screw you. You're just a brand whore. That's what you are. You're a brand whore. Jokes aside, though, you are doing yourself a disservice by writing off some of these smaller watchmakers because they clearly make very, very impressive products. And, you know, it's pretty insane that at one point you were able to pre-order this with like special early bird pricing for just under $4,700. And although that is not a little amount of money, $4,700, that's just under, you know, $5,000. That's a lot of money. But if this had a big brand name on it, it would probably be closer to 10, if not more. Again, 200 meter water resistance rating with a threaded crown, in-house micro rotor, either gold-plated tungsten or platinum, sapphire crystal, GMT, power reserve indicator, day-night, big date. It's just insane. The spec sheet is ridiculous, all with such pristine finishing. If this said a Swiss brand name that we all know, this would be a $10,000 watch easily. So you can tell I'm a big fan of this watch, but it wouldn't be a T3 review if we didn't do the pros and cons, so let's jump into it. The pros: ridiculous finishing, ridiculous functionality. I love all the variations and options, again, from strap to integrated bracelet to micro rotor material. You can even choose whether or not you want the case finishing brushed or polished. I love that it's a true GMT instead of a collar type GMT. Again, both of those are genuine GMT types. One is just different than the other. For some reason, people think I invented the term true GMT to like bash collar type GMTs. No, there's true type GMTs, there's collar type GMTs. Both are GMTs, they work differently, whatever. The final pro, okay? This is probably one of the nicest sports watches I've been able to wear for a while, and I'm gonna tell you, it's insane that Horage doesn't get like more credit. What they put out is insane at the price points they put out. They're not paying me to say this. They're not even giving me this watch. They've let me borrow it, but they're not sponsoring this episode. I just really like the products they produce. So it's not perfect. We're going to get into the cons here. It might wear a little small for people that prefer larger watches. Again, just above 39 millimeter case diameter. It wears much smaller than you'd think. It wears much smaller than that even. And again, because it's so thin, there's really not much material on your wrist. So if you're a fan of larger sports watches, this is probably not going to be an option for you. However, if you want a very wearable, fun, sleek sports watch, then I would recommend you check it out. I guess another con would be that I'm kind of bored of integrated bracelets, even though this one is silky smooth and very well finished and very comfortable. I'm just kind of over the integrated bracelet fad. And the final con would be that at 4,700 USD, it's going to be a sticker shock for people that don't care about smaller watchmakers. So there you go. Again, people, I guarantee you, people have already typed in, I'd rather use that money towards a real watch, whatever that means. All in all, though, in my opinion, this crushes most other Swiss watchmakers in that price range because, again, if you look at the specs for around $5,000, no one even comes close when it comes to finishing detail specs. It's just, it doesn't happen. So, Horage rules. I'm a big fan of theirs. And, again, they're not paying me. They're not giving me this watch. I'm not getting any form of kickback aside from them allowing me to wear this watch for a little while. So thank you, Horage. And thank you for checking out this episode. Hope you don't mind. This is a temporary backdrop. I'll actually be in a hotel in Boston for the next couple days, and I'll record some episodes there as well. But special thanks to Patrick also for trying to distract me while I'm recording. But without Patrick, we wouldn't even have this channel. So everyone, please give him a round of applause. And for all the people that hate me, you can extend a big F you to Patrick because it's because of him that I'm on YouTube. So, love you guys. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. Remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it.